Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Cloud and Data with Kaushik. So today we are going to discuss one amazing framework that is Gradio. So Gradio, you can create your notebooks and you can also share, and anywhere you can write your code, right? So I can say it's a web framework, so you can create in very short span of time and very less coding that web framework or web application you can create for the machine learning models. Actually, it's a interactive platform where we can explore your machine learning models more, right? So without any delay, we are going to start. First, I'm going to show you that the official website of Gradio, and then step by step we're going to discuss. Okay. So without any delay, let's get started, and please confirm that I am audible properly, right? Let's go. So you can see I already open, means this is the official website of Gradio. So you can present and share, and Gradio can be embedded in Python notebooks. So just click the Gradio, like you are working in Flask, you are working in other frameworks in the Python. So Gradio is one most popular framework, right? And you can see that build and share your delightful machine learning applications. So very short line of code, and you can achieve more, means very attractive interface over there. So I have created some interface that I am going to show you. But before that, you have the docs, and you can see that most of the widgets of the web framework that is available with the Gradio code, right? If you want to plot, if you want to show the bar plot, so it's ready. Just a couple of lines of code and it will be rendering. Okay, so you can see it's rendering bar plot. Okay, if you and many like you have the buttons, chat box, checkbox, so many things is available in the Gradio site, and you have the playgrounds. So you also just you can write your own Gradio code and it will be rendered over there preview, and that amazing framework. And I have created some framework, but these things you have to explore more if you want to take much more knowledge in Gradio. So everything is there, just explore these things. So you have the quick start, how you can install, how you can configure the Hello World application. You can see that pip install Gradio and this line of codes, and your application will be up and running. I have created the application in the Google Colab, and I will show you. You can create the image classification, you can create the statistical records, everything is available over there. You have created the 3D model, you have created the interface, so many things are available over there. So just go and you have the guides, you have the key features, you have the reactive interface, everything is available over there. Okay, so you can also creating a chatbot fast with the Gradio, right? So there are many widgets, many applications that you can build over there, right? So let's go in my code that I have created. So this is my Google Colab notebook. So I already installed this thing, right? Pip install Gradio your TensorFlow. So just click the cell. So I'll executing this thing. So your first installation Gradio, and I have used the image classification applications over there. So I have used the TensorFlow. So you can say Gradio you can use, means if you want to show your demo, right, to your clients in very short span of time, then you can use the Gradio. It's not, I'm not recommending you can use the production level application, but with this very short span of time, if you want to create your machine learning application with the interactive web framework, then definitely Gradio is a good choice. So you can install Gradio and you can install the TensorFlow, and you can see first example I have created that hello world example. So first you have to import Gradio and here and your function name, and you can create this function and you have to run the Gradio application. So there are different kind of parameters I have to pass over there and as an input. So this application, what it will do, it will take the input as a text and whatever name you can pass in the text box, this name will be showing as the output box. Okay? And this is the title. So title will be displaying over here. So just and you have to just write iface.lunch and your application will be ready. So again, I am going to click and run the cell, and you can see is and fn means function name, whatever function name you will provide, right? So in my case, I have used that hello world function name. So you have to add the function hello world this function name in the fn parameters. So you can see the application is showing over there, okay? In the interactive application is showing your notebook as well as it will provide that URL, okay? So it will provide the public URL. Just copy or you can right click, just open click a new tab. This link will be executed over there. And one more thing, that this share link expire in 72 hours, means within 72 hours this link will be expired, but within 72 hours you can execute, you can share this link to anyone, so it will be available. So for you can also deploy that, run Gradio deploy, so it will be deploy already also. So this is the amazing features that you can see. Hello programming in Gradio, right? So this is the text title is coming and your enter name. This is your input box and this is your output box, right? So here I just write uh, this line, okay? Programming with Gradio or hello. Just write, and you can see the hello programming with Gradio. Whatever name you can pass, na, this name will be coming. Okay, so this name will be coming. Okay, so this is your input box and this is your output box. That is very simple application I have created first, so you can understood this concept and you can understood that code flow obviously be there, right? So this is the thing. And I also discussed that official website of Gradio where you can explore much more things. This every code is available over there. So I have just taken this code from this website and then I have shared with you that. But my intention is that you have to know that about the Gradio framework. You can create amazing interactive models. You can create the classification model, regression model, any kinds of model. I can explore with the web framework very short span of time, because you have worked in the Flask, you have worked in the Streamline, and now Gradio, right? So I hope you can understood this first example. Next is that I have again created one like simple interactive interface using Gradio to explore different aspects of your iris data. So you all know that iris data is already inbuilt, right, in my SNS, and I have created the applications where I can pass that column name, like there are four columns: sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width, and as per the column name, it will provide the statistical description, means 5-point summary. So what I'm going to do, I have already done that. I have to import the Gradio as GR. You have to import the pandas libraries, Ribbon and SNS, and you have to import that matplotlib pyplot. Okay. And once you have done, you have this data and you have to load this data set, sample data for demonstration. So you have the iris data set and everything is available in your data variable, right? And you have to create your own function like definition of explore data. You have to create the selected column. You can see the selected column is your parameters. You have to pass the selected column over there, and as per the parameters, it will creating the statistical interface records. Okay, and this is just some very 8 or 10 lines of code of your function, right? Once the function is done, just you have to initialize your Gradio interface. Okay, so you have to initialize this Gradio interface and you have to pass some parameters. Some parameters means the function name, your data in your function name. This is my function name, explore underscore data. you have to pass your inputs. So you have to pass the input box, and inside the input box you have to write the sepal length, petal length, these things, and you have to get the output over there. So just and at a whole you have to provide. That's the reason I have to create the sepal length, 4 columns, right? And sepal width, the sepal petal length. Or do one thing, you can also write, you can also create these things, and the length, the column names you can get over there. Just do one thing, just take one code, okay, and in the code, you can see application is launch, and just take out the columns name from there, and data dot column. So you can get the columns name from there. So you can see sepal length, 4 columns, right? And first you have to open the application URL, and one more thing that you have to notify, each time one new URL will be executing, right? Because this in one cell is one application is there. So whenever you can execute, it will expose your a public URL, and this is the public URL of the iris dataset. Just open this thing, and you can see the application is loading over there, okay, and you have to enter the column name, right? I have given the sepal length, okay, and you can see the 5-point summary, right? Like this describe method, the 5-point summary records you can get from there in the output. So as per the column name, you can get the output over there, okay? The 5-point summary of each column, like the petal length. I'm going to add these things, right? This is the column name and petal length we can write, and you can see loading and the values are changing as per the column name. So I will also show the 4 columns like petal length width, and you can just add the petal width, and you can see different statistical records of this column that will be executing, okay? And you can also clear the cell, and the error will come in because there is no value, right? I'm not going to add any value. And like spaces, you can add this thing, and you can see count, value, unique, top, frequency, and at a time you have to provide these things. So that means like sepal length, right? If I need to write sepal, it will not understood. So that's the reason I have used, I have exported all the columns name. I will get the all the columns name, and I can copy the columns name and I can paste over there. If you write and if you expecting that on the basis of input, the output will come. That is not total value you have to provide, like sepal length. Then it will provide. Okay. So if you write the sepal length, just reload the applications. Somehow is not working, but just you can see I'll use the sepal length, so you can get the output. This is my second example that I am creating over there. Next example that is also very interesting, like that image classification with the Gradio. So in the image classification with the Gradio, I have used that TensorFlow and that Keras model. Like you have to initialize, you have to load your default model. And in this case, I have used the Inception V3 model, and this model is already be there inside the Keras dot application, okay? And that is the request means this is the label name, okay? This response. So this is my response name. So you can take any JSON file, you can take any TXT file, or you can add the means basically what happened. You can see it is just a text file, and it is hosted over there, right? So there are different kind of labels you can see. You can see Tage, Goldfish, Great White Shark, Hen. So these are the trained model label, okay? So this label is already be there, and you have to respond this, you have to get the request and you have to get the response. Once you get the response, your labels you can split over there. So individually labels will come. And next thing that you have to create the classify image function. So in my case, I have to create the input. You have to provide the image, and this image will be transferred or it will be converted into NumPy array. Okay, and you can see the resize and the input image, because everything will be the array format over there. So input, and then you have to pre-process your input. That means you have to pass the input to your model. Once you pass the input to your model, and then you can create the dimension. You can create the batch dimension. Okay, you can create the, and you can see that I have created the interface, and I have to create, I have to pass your data, your input data to your model, and the model is your inception underscore v3. Once it has been processed, right, and then you have to, it has been expanded dimensions. So that means it will be spread inside the array, and it will create the dimension model. And you obviously know that you have to flatten. If you know the deep learning kind of thing, deep learning keras and TensorFlow, so you have to see that you have to flatten your images, right? So it will convert to the normal mode, and you can add the image, right? So you have to add the labels. So once the labels that has been read from that labels, okay, means these labels are coming from the this API, means this is the text file, or you can click the JSON file and you can host over there. You have to provide the link over there, okay, and then you have to add the prediction and the range. Once your classify image bar, if that function will be created, once it will be done, na, so just same thing everywhere, the same logic will be applied. So you have to your main logic of, if you working in the regression problem, if you working in the classification problem, the model will be created. So that sort of code, that block of code, you have to adding over there, and then you have to create the interface, and this interface will be from the Gradio side. So gr.interface, you have to import the Gradio, and you have to provide the function name. Once you provide the function name, then, and as per the, you have to pass your, from your side input will be required, right? You have to pass your input. So you have to say, you have to provide the input, and the labels will be automatically predicting from as per your input image, right? And I have to add the title. This is a simple app of your image application. This very short lines of code I am going to create with your pre-trained model that I used over there, that is Inception V3, right? You just run this application, and you can see that URL also be given, and your application also be loading into your notebook, right? Same thing. Just copy, and you can open the link over there. So each and every time one new link will be coming, that I already told you, and your image classification application is ready. Now what we will do, you can drop your image, any image you can add over there, and let's see what the prediction over there. So I already have downloaded some images, right? So 4 images I'll show you what the output will be coming like. So goldfish, okay, you have to open, and you have to upload your file. Once you upload your file, it will see the processing will be starting, and it will predict 99%. The model predicting that this image is for the goldfish, not the, because in that same group other name also be there, right? They will, it will not predicting these things because it's a group of labeling was there, right? And as per the image, it will only identify the goldfish for 99%, and the name also be predicting. That's the amazing application, right? The image application. There's very short lines of code you can create, you can share, you can deploy your application, and even if you want to provide a demo to your client, that you can provide with that. And after that, you can create the entire application in the production level, then they can bundle it. Okay, but I cannot recommend it. This is used for the production level. You can use for your own purpose or your own demo, right? You can provide the demo to your clients, and you can also deploy it. So as per your choice, you can use that Gradio, that image application. This app, you can see the goldfish is coming. Again, I will upload one other image that is your dog, and you can see once it will be uploading na, automatically the processing is starting, and you can see, and this idiot dog, right, is 99% this model is identified the image. So you can see it's very amazing kind of things. And you can also, then you can clear, and once you clear, then predicting output also not be there, and you can see the latency, right, very short span of time the model accuracy model is coming, the latency is very fast, there is no any lag between that, right. And also you can the model will be start the predicting from the image, right, that's very amazing kind of things. And you can add this image like the horse, and you can see 18%. So it can predict the two images are there, right. So it will be divided first, most of the percentage is going to the heart based, okay, and that is the reason they will top three columns I have taken, right. You can see in the code you have to num top classes because there are many classes. So if you want to predict the five, right, so the five classes name will be coming, everything is there inside your model, right. So three model three class name will be coming. So you can change the parameters, the number top classes I will three, that is the reason three labels are coming. Otherwise if you want to set the five labels will be coming, and with the different kind of percentage value. And this also it will predicting the most of the things that um, good prediction is there, means the 80% as per the other two classes, right. Next, what you can do, you can water house, you can select this image, and you can see it will identify this water house, that is 90%, the model predicting is 90 because this one image. So you notice one thing, two images was two objects was there inside the image, and that time it some confusing, but if you provide only one object inside the image, right, so it will correctly identify 90%. So this is the thing that I want to discuss with you. So the code and everything I will share, that not the I will share that GitHub link. You will get the code from there. I will share my GitHub notebook. There's Google notebook in my GitHub repository in the description box. So from there you can collect. So you can see that application also be running inside your notebook, right? That is also very amazing thing. And I also created other one kind of image classification, that different image classification. Here I have used that mobile net video. This is other model, right, and you have to provide the weights like ImageNet, okay, and same thing, you have to create the result and the interface will be created. So I'll again run this model with that. You can see, you can, I also run this model, I will run the application, and this will provide the same kind of things, but the model is different over there. So I'll created this thing like you have to input size, you have to divide 224 with an I, and you have to resize that, right, and everything is there. You can see, you can just, part 2 is already running, so you can load it. Same, you can drop the image. Here it will provide the 95%. So that as per the model I have changed, na, the accuracy and that the value also be changing. Earlier it will show 99% and then 95%. That depends on the model. So you can explore these things. My main focus is that Gradio thing. I'm not discussing entirely entire thing of that model in the deep learning. So you can understand how it will be working, right? Very simple line of code and you can execute this once. And last example that I have created, that is your iris decision tree classifier. That means you have to scale you have the scale option is there out of like you can see the scale the slider is there, right? Scale slider. So 0 to 10 is the range, and if you resize the length, if you just dragging increase the step, right? So as per the step, the value will be changes of the iris dataset. This is also very simple application, but image classification application that has been created, and that is you can explore this thing. So all of the things you can explore, and that's not an issue. I'll share that my entire notebook with you, so you can explore more over there. Okay, like every code will be there, and you can also explore the official website. I already told, right? And then you can get more idea. So Gradio is also good framework. Okay, you can explore these things. 1 minute. I hope that now you can explore this thing. 1 minute. I have to just stop that. Okay, actually that me server is not connected. You can see this. You can see over there. So earlier it was executing, right? And you just increase the cell, the value will be there. But actually the server is connecting. That is the reason it will not predicting the proper output. So anyway, you can explore these things. So every code I will share with you. Okay, just if to increase and then the value will be changing. So this is one more framework with the Gradio. In the upcoming session, I will also add some more demo on that Gradio applications. So as much as I can help you out, so I can provide my support. So this I will explore, and I thought that it can be shared to all of you, and that will be help out to you. Okay, and this notebook I will share. So everything you can see that these 3 or 4 application I have created over there, the image application, all the things. And if you have any doubts, anything, so you can let me know. And please share your valuable feedback. And if you have any questions, so let me know in that comment box. So I'll definitely answer with you. And please subscribe my channel. And in this way, we can grow and learn together. And I will try to provide the unique content so you can at least learn that this framework, this radio framework for the machine learning application for interactive website, I not prefer this is for the production build, but if yes, definitely you can use it for your short demo, or you can create your short demo. You can share you can deploy and you can share this file, and that's all from my side. And I will upload much more new content in the radio in future sessions. And thank you everyone for joining the session. And please subscribe my channel. In this way, we can grow and learn together. And you know that it requires more effort for creating that live coding, this kind of content, right? And I will share that notebook in my description box from the YouTube video, so you can get from there. Thank you everyone for joining the session.